Alright, this is new. I'm a big fan of Spider-Man, as some of you may know, and I've been hearing way too many people say Spider-Man 3 is the best Spider-Man movie. So I decided to give it a rewatch. In this video, you'll hear my thoughts on the plot, the good parts, the bad parts, acting, soundtrack, and final score. Before we get started, I just want to give a massive shout out to King Doge. He made the end card you will now be seeing at the end of my video, so guys, please go check him out and consider joining the Doge Army, link in the description. As well as this video took me over 8 hours, possibly 10 hours to make, so consider subscribing. Now let's swing right into this.
You'll get your rent when you fix this damn door!
Spider-Man 3 is a confusing mess, to be honest. Peter wants to marry MJ, but is attacked by Harry, who seeks vengeance for his dad since he thinks Peter killed his dad. So he tries killing Peter, but instead, Peter does this. So Harry now has amnesia and forgets that Peter killed his dad, but meanwhile an escaped conflict known as Flint Markle falls into a particle testing pit and becomes Sandman. He is also blamed for Uncle Ben's death, so Peter gets all pissed. Oops, this plot is so garbage that I forgot a part. A symbiote from space crash lands on Earth and follows Peter home. It crawls over Peter and makes him Venom Man? Symbiote Man? Black Suit Spider-Man? I don't really know. What is the Black Suit Spider-Man called? Oh, the Symbiote Spider-Man, I think. Anyway, Spider-Man is now emo and is pissed, so he breaks Eddie Brock's camera. He's the new guy at the Daily Bugle. Spider-Man jumps into a sewer and pretty much kills Sandman. He then goes full emo and does the Bully Maguire dance and hits MJ by accident and ruins Eddie's life by exposing him. So he gets rid of the symbiote and it goes to Eddie Brock and he becomes Venom. Venom and Sandman team up and kidnap MJ. They try to kill MJ, but Harry shows up and almost kills Sandman, and he also sacrifices himself. So Peter kills Venom in an epic way. Metal poles. Oh yeah. Sandman tells Peter that it was an accident when he killed his uncle, so Peter forgives him, and yeah, that's it. This plot is dumb, confusing, but it's super fun, so I give it a 5 out of 10.
Hold on, Mary Jane!
It's okay. Okay, in all seriousness, this movie's acting is good for some actors, but for others, it's horrible. Toby Kirsten, James Thomas, and many more do a good job acting in this movie, but others like Topher just do okay in my opinion. But the worst actor is 100% Bryce Dallas Howard as Gwen Stacy. I don't know, I was just distracted at how unnatural she looks at times in this movie. One moment to point out especially is when she's falling off of the giant building. Normally you would be doing like flips in the air because gravity is extremely strong, but somehow she is on her back the entire time. Now I know that's not really her fault, but I'm gonna blame her for it because I'm an asshole. 7.5 out of 10. This movie has the best soundtrack in Spider-Man history. Yep, I said it. Highlights are main title, Drive That Funky Soul, and Black Suit theme. All those songs are so perfect for this movie, though I can't lie, Homecoming and Far From Home soundtracks are close behind, but they just don't beat this movie's soundtrack. 10 out of 10. There are a lot of good parts in this movie. Any part of the movie that has action is really good, as well as some moments, like the Bully Maguire moments. Those are underrated in my opinion, but they are quite cringy. The moments with Dr. Connors and the symbiote are also pretty interesting, but the bad parts are really bad. There are a lot of boring parts, like whenever Peter has a talk with Aunt May, other than when she says that, Spider-Man doesn't kill people. And there's also Harry when he's cooking with MJ. I found that part pretty entertaining as a kid, but in my rewatch I was bored. But the bad parts are mainly just all the cringy parts. Like I mentioned earlier, the Bully Maguire, and also Harry, I don't know. He's alright, I don't know. Something about him just is off in this movie. That's just my opinion. And Mary Jane's play is also shit, in my opinion. I see why she was kicked off. It's a pretty even movie when it comes to the good and bad. Alright, so my final thoughts on Spider-Man 3 is that it's a pretty good movie with plenty of BS in it. I'm giving it a 76 out of 100 because I really enjoyed the movie. It's not the best Spider-Man movie, but it is not as bad as some people do say it is. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please like and subscribe because this video took me quite some time to make, actually. And I hope you guys enjoyed my first ever movie review. Peace.
Ricky Morty, Ricky Morty, Ricky Morty, Ricky Morty, Ricky Morty. Walked in the club, it's just me and my shorty. Gripping on my 2, yeah, I'm gripping on my 40. Shooting with that 3, yeah, you know I'm very sporty. Ballin' like a sport.